Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Octopath Traveler on the Switch. And I have been busy, as you'll see here. I've finished up every other character's story, except for the three that I wanted to focus on. Reason for that, was because if you do all the stories and you do a couple special side quests, you unlock a final big dungeon. And I figured, you know, what the hell, I'll give it a go. And it turns out, it really doesn't take that long to wrap up all the characters' stories when you're skipping all the dialogue. Because that's what most of them are, is just dialogue. And like running around a little bit and then more dialogue and so on and so forth. So yeah, it did not take that long. Like a few hours total or something like that. And a chunk of that was spent leveling up Therion, because part of his final chapter involves some really tough steals. And you basically need to be a certain level for those to be somewhat feasible. You can save scum or just repair your reputation over and over and over. And I got it up to an 8% chance, and I was like, alright, I'll just scum this one. You know, you repair your reputation for like $1,000. And so it took me, I don't know, like 20 tries. But anyways, yeah, so they're all done, which means that I finished up I finished 5 final bosses at this point. None of them really gave me much trouble, but for most of the characters, I just swapped out Primrose for the character in question. They ended up dying like immediately, and then I just beat the boss with 3 characters. But for these final 3, we're gonna have our full party, so that's good. It does seem like there's gonna be quite a bit of dialogue involved for the chapter 4s. That's what it looked like. Especially after the boss and you get the whole wrap-up, so let's try and work quickly. So we're going to go to Ulbrich for his chapter 4, and we'll finish out his story first. Or 6th, I guess. So because of all that other stuff, they're all at 67, and Primrose is 61 because she kept getting swapped out. You also notice that all of them have special jobs. I went around and picked up the other the final jobs, I guess. Those bosses were much harder than the regular chapter bosses. He definitely had to do some cheesy shit, or at least I did. So, we have Cyrus with the Sorcerer, we have Tressa with Starseer, Ulbrich with War Master, and Primrose with Rune Lord. Now, the Sorcerer and War Master are very good. I have no qualms about keeping those. The Rune Lord is decent. The Rune Lord main thing is basically buffing your weapon to do elemental damage. And when you hit with the weapon, then the main hit is not elemental. It's just a regular hit. But then it does a secondary effect that is like big elemental damage. Like, I'm talking like 8k or so of damage. So that's really nice. And that's okay. Starseer seems like the weakest. It's mainly a buff roll. The problem is we lose our cleric then. We have no cleric. And that means our healing ability is really weak. It's really less than it should be. For now, I'll keep it. But for the final dungeon, I might have to swap that out. Because we really lack healing in that case. But for now, they all look really cool. They get like the best outfits. So for now, I'll keep it. Like Primrose looks really boss. She's got like full armor now. She's not slutting it up. Anyways, let's get this show on the road, as I said. Hear a tale, Ulbrich. The story so far. In Wellspring, Ulbrich reunited with Earhart. It was there that his erstwhile comrade had sought atonement for his deeds. The two crossed blades, and with that act, the truth was told. Erhard told Ulbrich about Werner, a former sellsword, and the very man who had orchestrated the fall of Hornburg. Such a fiend is too dangerous for this world. I will stop him. I must. Gone are the doubts that plagued Ulbrich's heart. To protect the people from harm, this is why he wields his blade. As he came to Riverford, the very air was thick with unease and fear. Oi, you! If you want in town, get in the queue and wait your turn with the rest. Queue? Ah, beg your pardon.
Oh?
The gentleman, I presume, unless I misjudge your polished bearing. Tell me, sir, what brings you to this town?
The truth is...
I'm looking for a man.
Is that so?
I take it this is your first visit, so let me give you some free advice. You'll be wanting to press a few leaves into the palms of the guards. There's a toll. Not a toll as such. You see the Lord here.
What?
Eh? What's that you say about a toll? I nae heard that. I nae heard none of that afore.
Oi!
Shut your gob. What's this tincture in your sack? Smuggler, are you?
What?
That ain't mine. I swear on me mother's grave. Of course it ain't. I'd suggest you confess your crimes here and now, unless you'd rather tell it to the master at arms. And that, good sir, is why you'll want some spare coin at the ready. But the law. The law. Those men are the law here. Their rule is absolute, I'm sorry to say. Don't doubt that potion was the guard's own. Find them at your peril. A pretext to toss you in their jails at the ready.
What?
Does no one bring them to task for their deeds?
Afraid not.
Not I can tell you that. I do exactly as they tell me. As should you. Punishment is swift and harsh here, both for those who have broken the law and those who have not. Handful of leaves, sir, is my advice. The more you can spare, the better. I only pray that poor traveler has the wits and means to give the soldiers what they seek. Else...
Swoons.
What of the lord of this place? He does nothing to stop this mummery? He encourages it. See, ever since Lord Werner took over here... Oh!
Yeah.
Oi, stop prattling and start moving! Yes, sir. 1,000 pardons. My turn. Perhaps we'll meet again inside. Aye. Werner is the Lord. By the gods, what happened here?
Yeah.
Another scruffy vagabond. Let's see what rubbish you're toting in that bag.
Whoa.
Will this do?
Whoa.
Quick on the uptake, this one. Keep that up and you'll do alright in this town, mate.
Very well.
Might I ask a question, good sir? About this man Werner.
Huh?
That's Lord Werner to the likes of ye. What business could you be having with his lordship?
No.
No business, friend. Just wondering what kind of man Lord Werner is. He's bleeding wonderful here. Best thing whatever happened to this town. Now piss off, we got work to do.
I see.
By your leave. By your leave. There was fear in those eyes. A sellsword captain turned provincial lord. This Werner has certainly moved up in the world. Travel banter.
Good heavens.
The town is in turmoil, which is exactly what I'd expect after seeing the behavior of those charged with policing it. Still, it would be no small task getting at Werner. A difficult foe, to be sure. If there was ever a time when I was in need of a scholar's wisdom, it is now. Then it's most fortunate I am here now. I do have some thoughts, as it happens. An oppressive regime such as this is bound to foster discontent and dissatisfaction. I suggest seeking out the victims. Find those who are most downtrodden, who are suffering the greatest. They will tell you what you need to know. I see. I shall do as you counsel. You will? I trust your knowledge and insight, else I would have not asked. Well then, it is an honor to be of service. Hey, travel banter. We really shouldn't do this, we have enough to talk about, but it's not every day you hear of a mercenary leader becoming a provincial lord. Indeed. You must have been very fortunate, or exceedingly clever. Don't be naive, Ulbrich. In this world, corruption and dirty dealings are the only way a man can rise that fast. Mark my words, his path to fortune is littered with the bodies of men with knives in their backs. And I don't just mean figuratively either. Yours is a most cynical outlook. Trust me, I speak from experience. I know his type when I see it. You do well to know what you're getting into, if you're picking a fight with him. Fear not. When the swords are drawn, a corrupt man is cut down as easily as any other. Then we've got nothing to worry about. What is this? Ain't never seen a pirate before? It's for his lordship's burning. Once a month, some poor saps get tied to them stakes and burned alive for their sins.
Indeed.
4 this month, 4 last month, and 4 the month after, 4 that too. Law of the land it is.
It cannot be.
Used to be outlaws and rogues what got burned. But it weren't long afore it were drunks and beggars up there for their slightest crimes. Shouldn't say this out loud, but nowadays all it takes is a cavil. What? Oh man, a cavil at his lordship's rule. And thus the pall that oppresses this place. No one knows who'll finger you for what, so we creep about like mice, doing our best not to be noticed. Try to scarp her, too, and poof! Just looking guilty, a summit'll seal the deal. So, traveler, now you know the kind of place you're fetched up into. Best finish your business and be on your way as soon as you can. Now, if you'll be excusing me.
I see.
Okay. See what I'm saying though? It's just you're just bouncing from conversation to conversation. So when you're just skipping them with like the press of a button, it goes pretty quick. You. I met you in the square. What are... listen, mate. You never seen me, alright? Is he there?
Let none escape.
He can't have gone far. Sniff him out.
Oi.
Oh, you. See anyone dodgy looking come this way? Running for dear life, like as not. Dodgy. A rebel! A man plotting dark schemes against his lordship himself.
Indeed.
Sounds like a dangerous man. I did see one suspicious fellow running hard in that direction.
That's right.
That must be him. Come on, we'll corner the rat yet.
Are you hurt?
They're gone. You can breathe easy now. Gods bless you, mate.
Well,
Tell me, why were they after you? Couldn't rightly say.
I see.
They said you were a rebel, that you were plotting against the Lord. Oh. The organized resistance could help me get close to Werner. Listen, I came to this place in search of this Werner. Are there others who fight for your cause? If you have a leader, pray, take me to him. God's teeth, are you daft? Can't be introducing strangers what I barely know? Then let me tell you more about me. I know how to swing a blade, for one. Reckoned as much. You've got that air about you. But hang me, this ain't something I can go decide on my own. Alright, how's this? Prove you know how to use that blade of yours. There's a man back in the square what wears a red hat. He's with us, the strongest we got. If you can beat him, then I'll introduce you to the boss, alright?
As you wish.
If that's what it takes. But you promise me something, alright? You lose, you make yourself scarce. Never come back here again.
I see.
You have my word. Go on ahead and warn him. You find me when you're ready. Well, I'll send him back to the dust, alright. No doubt about that. He's the one? He is. Want to see if he can use that sword of his.
Ready when you are.
Wearing a red hat. Kick his ass.
Let us fight with honor.
Yes.
The battle.
Honor.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Too
Now,
slow.
out of my way. Victory shall be.
God. That's the best you.
The battle is truly joy.
There you
Let
go.
the dawn fight strong.
Send him back to the dust.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I yield. There's no doubting this one's strength.
Indeed.
I did my part. Now it's your turn. I would meet with your leader at once. Deal's a deal. My name's Reggie, by the way. Come on, I'll take you to the den.
Ho-ho!
Boss, got someone here you might want to meet.
Well met.
So I've heard. Welcome, sir. You may call me Harold. I understand that you are Sir Ulbrich. What? How do you know my name? Word of your deeds in Wellspring reached me some time ago. Captain Bale and I speak quite often, you see.
Well,
He's a good man. But if you'll excuse me, I'll get straight to the point. I must know everything you can tell me about this Lord Werner. Of course, but perhaps you'll first do me the honor of explaining what business you have with him.
Yes.
A former sellsword captain. Yes, Werner is certainly that. As the saying goes, know thine enemy. Let it suffice to say I've taken a great interest in the man's past.
indeed.
Very prudent of you.
The truth is...
Werner claims noble blood, but closer examination reveals that what titles he possesses were bought with gold. He accused the former lord of these lands of larceny and pillage, and won the support of the common folk. Even the burghers were persuaded to make common cause, and soon enough he had them proclaim him the new lord. But once he took power, that's when the terror began.
Swoons.
Terror. Death by fire for criminals, with executions held once per month. The populace initially hailed the new regime. Many were happy to see villains and blackguards get their comeuppance. But it did not end there.
Yes.
Just so. How many murderers can one town harbor, after all? Pickpockets and swindlers were next, then a dishonest merchant. Any peccadillo became a capital offense. In time, mere accusation was enough to land a man on the pyre, even the clearest calumny. And yet, by this time no one dared raise their voice in opposition. Some had, early on, but when they appeared tied to the stakes the next burning, the rest understood that in silence lay their only hope for survival. But you resist this despot, and so do others like you. We do. Many of us have been forced to look on as family and friends, falsely accused, were taken by the flames. I am one of them. Werner accused the former lord of corruption, but those accusations were lies. I know, for the former lord was my father. And so I have taken it upon myself to restore his honor and name, and to free the people of this domain from Werner's tyranny. Tyranny! With each passing day, our ranks grow. At long last, we are poised, ready to strike back.
Well then.
You give me reason to believe we have common cause in this undertaking. Will you join us, Sir Olberic?
Indeed.
Even if this tyrant were not the man I seek, I'd have reason enough to join you. My sword is yours.
I am thankful.
Fair befall you, sir. Your presence gives us all courage.
Well then.
Now, without further ado, allow me to explain our plot. First, we shall launch a diversionary attack in the square, and draw as many of Werner's men as we can. Then, our best swordsmen shall infiltrate the Lord's mansion, by way of a secret passage known only to me. Look at how super secret that is. It is a simple enough plan, but such are the best in revolution and war. Prepare as you will, then come to me again when you are ready to fight.
As you wish.
Understood. I will do just that. Okay, yeah, we're probably okay, and let's do that.
Well then.
And follow me. My father had this passage constructed as an escape route in the event of a siege. Never did I dream I would one day use it to break into our home. Our men in the square have begun their feint, but they will not be able to hold out for long once Werner's men arrive.
Come.
We must move quickly. Let's do it! Try to wrap this thing up in under an hour. Okay, now you know we got the whole evasionary measures or whatever, so hopefully we cut down a little bit on it.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen? Now, what next? Venta Solta!
I am ready.
Have at you.
And Now, Ulbrich has every weapon, so he
My
can
turn now.
always do something good.
Let's try. Whoa. You got more than you bargained for.
Let me just make sure that, no, we don't have it. She's supposed to have it. Okay. There was shuffling around, I'm sorry. Okay. Now we should be good.
Come.
Only a short ways to go now. I thank you again for your aid, my friends. Today, Werner's reign of terror comes to an end. Reign of terror, do you call it? Strong and able rule, say we. Look out!
Ah!
Oh, no! Stabbed in the back. What the?
Demons take
Out of my way! Demons take them, but these two will not fall easily. He's dangerous, that one. Deal with him. Yes, Lord Werner.
Well,
You're as easy to read as that lily-livered father of yours. As we speak, my men are squashing what remains of your diversionary farce in the town square.
Damn it.
Werner, how did you... You cads, you really are your father's son, aren't you? It was immediately obvious the riot in the square was merely a distraction. All that hubbub to such little aim. It hardly required a scholar's deduction to determine where the main strike was to fall. What a feeble, flaccid scheme. Better you had burned down the entire city. That was an Artemis plan at one point, I think. Did concern for your fellow citizens hold you back? As though you had the latitude for such charity.
bah!
You needn't answer. You can ponder your folly while you await your fate in our jails. I was worried we might run out of scoundrels for the pyres. Now, thanks to you, we'll have plenty for months to come. The people will be most grateful for the respite, I don't doubt.
Werner!
Rotten hell, you murderous brute!
Do it.
Fire! Oh my god, they're all dead.
Spare us! We surrender!
Someone stop them! God have mercy!
Hey, Holberg, what are you doing?
Is this my fate again? Must I stand by and watch helplessly? Watch while those I swore to protect are cut down before me.
Sir Ulbrich, look out!
Damn it all!
Did he say Ulbrich? Ah, the unbending blade in the flesh. Unbending blade of... Where was it again? Your sovereignty escapes me.
Silence, you cur! I have sworn an oath to defend these people from your treachery.
Aye, he has the right of it. We'll protect them. Together.
Erhard! What are you doing here?
Wellspring was out of danger. Found myself at a loose end. So here I am. Been a while, Werner. Or is it your lordship? Moved up in the world since we last met, you have.
Now here's a pair I ne'er thought I'd see reunited.
A few moons ago, I'd have been as surprised as you are. But here we are, nonetheless. Two swords standing as one. For friendship, and for those we would protect, the twin blades of Hornburg will fight together once more. Right, Ulbrich, you with me?
Shoulder to shoulder, old friend. That is why I wield this blade. Have at you!
What demons are they? My eyes can't follow their blades.
Stand and fight, you cowards, or you'll feel my blade! Well, what about the rest of you cravens? Better fancy your chances with them, or with me?
What was that?
That's more like it.
Leave the lackeys to me. You go after Werner. He's not one to flee so easily. It's just buying time. But for what the gods only know.
These men are ruled by fear and violence. The mind that yoked them can be spared no quarter. Thank you, Earhart. I leave this place in your hands.
Godspeed, my friend.
And they just let him run out? Okay. Good. Oh, travel banter.
All right.
Earhart saved the day! Only in the nick of time. He took far too long to reach us. Thought we were all done for. I'm so glad he showed up when he did. It is as if he deliberately left it to the last possible moment. You know, you don't have to be so serious all the time. But I am not happy either. You sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure I saw you smiling back there. You can't fool me, Sir Ulrich. Let's go. Men are so funny when they try to hide their feelings. Tee hee hee. Okay, which way am I going here? What is... I don't know. Shit. Now we're definitely getting into a fight.
It's a good day for battle.
I am ready.
Nighthode, bring your shade.
Yeah.
My turn next. Ah! The stars fall upon you.
Victory shall be mine. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Nice and lengthy dungeons. Luckily, we have evasive maneuvers.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Victory! I will cut you down!
Problem with Primrose is she's
ready.
just kind of useless in these shorter fights, since I'm not gonna bother
The
doing a
stars
rune and all
fall
that.
upon you.
Glacier, Claudette.
But
You should have studied harder.
that's a small price to pay. Damn it. Okay. Hey, you got a refreshing jam. You know, I only have like 20 of those, but okay.
That's enough, Werner. Your villainy ends here.
Villainy, eh? What a waste of a good sword.
What? What nonsense are you spouting now?
A warrior of your skill and repute serving as a glorified bodyguard for paupers and peasants. It isn't too late to find yourself a more worthy cause. Join me as captain of my guard. I will see that you are well compensated.
The flame take you and all you stand for. This sword would cut down 100 tyrants like you to protect the life of a single innocent and defenseless man.
Is that truly why you lug that steel around? For the sake of churls you hardly know? God's teeth. They grew fools thick and fast in that Hornburg of yours. Tell me, what harvest do you reap with your selfless valor? The gratitude of the rabble, preening self-regard? You self-righteous oaf. The only cause a man needs is himself. Might is the one truth before which all things must yield. History has shown us this time and again.
What do you know of truth?
All I need to know. Or have you forgotten? You once wielded your sword for the sake of king and kingdom. How did that work out for you, eh, Sir Alberic? Your blade may be unbending, but did the man not break?
I cannot deny this. I failed both king and kingdom, and became a prisoner of my own past.
So why do you persist in this folly? Join me, and together we can...
But on this journey, I have learned something new. To protect someone is to gaze into the future with eyes unclouded.
What?
What is this starry-eyed hogwash you speak?
To gaze into their future, and the world they would one day build. A bright future that we might share together. This is for what I fight. This is why I must protect those in need. Tell me, Werner, who stands by you? When you look to the future, who gazes with you over the bleak landscape that your might has seized?
Just kick his ass!
Enough prattle, fool! My future is as boundless as my power and ambition. No one need stand with me, for I need no man.
You are deaf to reason because you have nothing of substance to protect. And so, it falls to my sword to speak the truth! I will not fail.
Why is he on a horse? What the fuck? Okay, he's on a horse.
I am ready.
Alright, so let's transfer runes, so anything that affects only her will now
Victory
affect
shall be
everybody.
mine. Out of my
A little
way!
prodding here. Alright,
My turn now.
physical stuff is down. Let's find his weaknesses.
What is the logical course of action?
You can start breaking.
Night risk, come there!
Here I go. Huh?
I am ready.
Okay, and then we can do thunder runes.
I'll electrify you.
What is
Good,
the
and
logical
now
course
we
of
break
action?
his balls.
The night risk, come there!
Now then,
And let's see here. We don't really need to soup up anything here.
have at you.
Okay, now let's go with,
I have played death by 1,000 cuts.
nice.
I am ready.
You can go with this, which isn't much with itself, but there you go,
What is the
9,000.
logical course of action?
Ulbrich's doesn't hit for much because he has low elemental attack.
My focus! The night risk, come there!
What to do?
It's really not worth it to boost her dagger attack. All we care about is that, which only happens once, unless you get second serving.
Now then,
Okay, we need another weakness. It might be stab. No.
What is the logical course of action?
Probably light or darkness.
Lux Conjurer!
Okay, then we can.
My light will blind you.
Oh no! Let me help.
That's really the only group healing I have, which
I am
is sort
ready.
of sad. She does have a spell that allows regen, so I could do that. Oh, axe. Nice.
Lux Conjurer!
now then.
His axe is pretty strong.
Out of my way!
Oh no!
We'll
The
just throw
stars
that
feel
out there
the heat.
then.
Now then. Now then.
There you go. I mean, I don't expect to have much trouble with
thrill
these
of the
final
fight.
bosses. Or semi-final bosses, I suppose. It is
It is
over.
over.
Oh, sorry.
Now, before you die, tell me this. Why Hornburg?
The gate. The gate of Finis.
The what of what?
The gate of Finis lies in Hornburg. I had to have it.
You destroyed a proud and prosperous realm, led countless multitudes to their deaths, all for some gate? You thought that a price worth paying?
We all hold the worth of men and nations in different measure.
No, wait!
A sword to protect the weak. Look at this point, fool. It was made for killing, and you are a killer as much as I. I spit on your cause, your justice. I will not die by your sorry blade. No, I shall go out on my own terms. Rot in hell, false knight.
Three days pass since the successful uprising. With the death of their lord, Werner's lackeys laid down their arms, and so peace and freedom returned to Riverford.
Hail!
Who goes there? It's just me, your old mate Reggie. Just wanted to say my thanks.
Well,
Of course, come in.
Ah,
Oh, you're here too, are you? You know each other?
ha!
After you helped him in that alley off the square, we ran into each other. Told me where I might find you. Thank you for that, by the by.
ho!
'Twas the least I could do, good sir. Besides, it's us what should be saying thanks. Hang me, but if you two hadn't fetched up in our town, we're forever in your debt.
No.
We simply did what had to be done. Won't be easy, but we started putting the pieces back together. Lord Harold's back in his rightful place, and working to bring everyone together again. Werner's reign left a lot of bitterness and hurt, but most of the wounds should heal, with time and patience. Just so. Your fate and futures are in your own hands once more. Exactly right, sir. And we're gonna make sure we do things proper from now on. Werner said before he died that every man measures the worth of lives and nations differently. For all his vices, the man may have a point. At the end of the day, I'm just a man with a sword and nothing more. But I can wield that sword for a cause, for a future far greater than my own worth. Men like us, protecting those we care for is all we can do in this world.
I see.
Perhaps so. And yet when I look through this window and see what we have wrought here, I know we've done enough.
How long has it been since I left? It's as if nothing has changed.
Craven, sir! You always was quick as lightning. And you ain't slowed down none that I could tell.
Good thing, too. Else I might have had the tip of your blade sticking out my back right now.
Nay, Could never get one over on you, sir. That's why I never hold back.
Then let's pray that it continues to be so. Still, you have been training hard, I see. You swing a heavier blade than before.
I do?
Aye, and quicker too. How fare the others?
Crivens, what am I thinking? I've got to run and tell the others you're back. They'll dance a jig to hear the news, I wager.
Oh, they'll dance a jig.
While pursuing the mystery left by Werner's dying words, I stopped over in my second home. Erhardt, likewise, returned to Wellspring. He had to go back, he said, and watch over those he'd sworn to protect. When I found my answer, when I realized the cause I truly fought for, faces came unbidden to my mind. To all who need me, this oath I offer. Whenever my strength is needed, I shall come to where you are, and I shall wield my sword to protect you. I have much more to protect now than I did when my journey started. And I know that if I am to fulfill my vow, I must grow stronger still.
Hang me, but the boy spoke true. It's Sir Ulbricht in the flesh. Sir Ulbricht!
Welcome home, sir.
It's good to be back.
Alright, Ulbricht, Finn. There you have it. Okay, didn't take as long as I thought it would. Wrapped it up nice and cleanly. Alrighty then, that just leaves Primrose next. And finally, Cyrus. And then we'll be ready to do the final dungeon. Okay. Cool. My name is Mangg. Game you're watching has been Octopath Traveler. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.